saying shit like this about, like, I don't get along with girls is, like, very clearly, misogyny. But Darcy does say something that sort of alludes to, like, hey, maybe don't, like,
force people, women.
Exactly. Yeah. Force people into a box. She's like, that's not how a good friend acts, boy or girl.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not what a friend does.
Oh, yeah, because then Darcy says before that, Darcy is like, how would you feel if I told everybody about your brother Lucas or whatever? And Jane is like, oh my God, what? No, you wouldn't. And Darcy's like, no, I would never do that. That's not how a good friend acts, like boy or girl. And it's like, hello.
She's like, thank you.
Come on. We just want to be friends. Like, Darcy just wants to be friends with her.
I love Darcy.
Yeah. She's really come around.
She has. She's, like, come out of the other side of this thing, like, really good.
She's definitely doing a lot better now. And I'm glad that weirdo boot camp helped her with everything she needed help with, I guess. Although I hope she's still going to, like, real life therapy.
Me too.
Then we're with Paige and Griffin.
And she, like, goes, she's doing all this. Well, first she goes to the doctor. And they explain to her that she's not going to be able to know anything for 6 months.
Right.
Which is very scary.
Yeah. And then she comes home and, like, Griffin's in the kitchen. And
she's doing research about it. She's like, just kind of figuring it out. And then it's like she also is Googling, like, HIV and, like, telling your partner and that sort of thing. And, like, one of the things is, like, your partner can be an excellent source of support during this time. And she's like, oh, I was a dick. But also, like, she's not ready to talk to him. So I don't know. It's like, it's conflicting. So she goes into the kitchen where he is and she kind of ignores him. And he's like, so you're just going to ignore me? And she's like, for the next 6 months, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's just kind of like, it's kind of sad. And then he's like, are you even going to let me, like, explain how I, like,
you're like, you're not even going to ask how I got it? And
yeah. And she just assumes.
Like, oh, you're just sleeping around without, like, too many women, too little condoms or, like, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like too many women, not enough condoms, something.
And then he's like, I was born with HIV. And
we
she's
find,
like, oh, shoot. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that. And he's like, you didn't ask.
And he, like,
fair, but also, bro, you didn't tell her.
You didn't tell her anything. Also, he walks around with a clipping of his mother's obituary in his wallet, which is morbid.
Which is really sad.
It's a real bummer. And it's morbid as fuck.
And he's like, my mom is a junkie. She tried to stop after she had me, but she didn't. I've never even met her. Yeah. And we're like, oh, well, that's sad.
It's very sad. But also it doesn't change the fact that he didn't tell her.
Yeah. Ugh. And then the next scene, Darcy and Jane are at someone's locker. And they're, like, made up. And then Darcy's like, I mean, kissing Peter is a little bit more fun now. So thanks for those mints or something like that.
Basically. And Jane is just like, let's be friends, and I'll be better. I'll be like a friend trainee because I don't know how to be a friend because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her.
I don't know.
And Jane's like, okay. Not Jane. Darcy is like, okay, we can do that.
And then Jane's like, great. And, like, goes to, like, shake her hand. And then Darcy's like, lesson 1, friends can hug. And then they hug, and it's very sweet.
It's so sweet. I love them so much.
Yes. But then we're in Griffin's room, I guess. And he and Paige are talking, and he's like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to move out. And she's like, what are you doing? And then they talk about it more, and she's like, I'm not mad that you have HIV. I am mad that you lied to me about this. Like, you didn't even give me, like, the choice to be mad about it or whatever. I don't know. She's making very good points.
Yeah. Paige and Manny are the best people on this show.
And then she's like, don't leave. It's going to be weird either way. Like, we need to, like, work through this. Like, she wants to make it better. Like, she wants them to, like, get better as, like, friends or whatever they are. So, like, she doesn't want to leave mad, which is nice.
Yeah, totally.
And then it ends. It's like, okay, at least they're working through it. Question mark.
I don't know. Are
Freeze
they...
frame.
So, wait, are they going to try dating?
I don't know if they're going to try dating.
Or just, like, being humans who can live in the same space.
Being humans who live in the same space and getting over, like, the shitty thing that happened. I feel like that's where it is.
Okay.
You know? Well, like, that's the impression that I got of where they are.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
That seems fine.
We have a YouTube comment.
This is from Teddy Billions 1 year ago. Black guys get a lot of love in Canada. Might have to take a trip, LOL. I love you.
Nice. All right. Spirit Squad captain of the episode. I think I might go with Darcy.
Darcy's a good one. I'm going to go with Paige. She handled every part of that situation almost exactly how you should, except for the like weird accusatory stuff.
Yeah, except for the judgy parts. But I mean, nobody's perfect. And yeah, I think that's a good one. And then I also think Darcy, just because she's like, Jane, stop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop with your internalized misogyny. We can be friends. That's fine. Ship of the episode.
I'm going to friendship Darcy and Jane.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that too. I didn't really care about any of the couples.
Same.
And then moral of the episode. Let's be honest now, guys.
Please be honest.
Be honest and upfront about health issues that could affect other people.
Seriously.
And you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. It doesn't matter what their gender is. All right.
Seriously. Yeah.
So for today, our grapevine is going to be a conversation with Patreon supporter Rebecca. So without further ado, listen to this cool conversation.
So we're here with Rebecca. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, I'm so excited to be talking to you guys.
We're so excited to have you. We were just chatting and we were saying like we feel kind of like we know each other since we grew up like one town away from each other and like we have like friends in common.
Yeah, it's very odd. Like I feel like I have like a very like kinship with you guys, which is weird because we've never met, but that's cool.
And it happened accidentally. Like we only found out because I like never name dropped my town, but we only found out because I was at the Women's March and I posted an Instagram with my friend from your town that you were friends with in middle school. And you were like, wait, no, I know this person.
Yeah, and then
What's
I think
happening?
after that, I just became extra like creepy, like liking things when you're like in your hometown on Instagram and stuff.
Like, we're so near each other.
I know, it's like literally like stalking, but it's all good.
It's totally fine.
Whatever. We basically all know each other now anyway. We just talked for like 10 minutes before we started recording anyway. We always do this. Whenever we Skype with any of you guys, it's just like, oh, it'll be like a 10-minute spot. And then we chat with you guys for like a half an hour at least.
All good, all good.
And it's great.
We're chatty and you guys are fun, so
I love it. It's like I feel like that's why everyone really likes listening to this podcast though, because it's kind of like a conversation we can all get a part of.
Yay.
thank you. And we like the conversation a lot. We like when people like write into us, like especially the emails. Like the tweets are always fun, but the emails like brighten my day because they're always like amazing.
I think you liked my Juggalo tweet.
Yes.
Like when I had no idea what that was, the episode with like Mia's baby daddy, and I had to like Google what is a Juggalo.
that brought me a lot of joy. I was like, you know what? I'm honestly like my two proudest things are teaching you what a Juggalo is and introducing Holland to the Property Brothers. Like those are my like greatest achievements in life.
I always knew who they were, but you like pushed me to watch them and I've never gone back since, and it's great.
It's my proudest moment.
So Rebecca, will you tell us your like Degrassi history story? Like how did you get into Degrassi?
Oh my gosh, like I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so like I think because I knew I was going to talk to you guys and figured you would ask that question, I kind of had a backstory in mind, and I think it was the summer like before season 3 premiered, and they were doing one of those like every Degrassi episode ever marathons on the end. And I think like I'd maybe like before that I'd like caught an episode or two, but like had no idea what was going on. I was just like, oh, cool. And then like season 3 starts. So I like caught up, I think, in that summer on like 1 and 2. And I feel like those season 3 is like when the show got like really like dramatic. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, this is cool. But then like all of a sudden, like it was like the love triangle with like Craig, Mandy, and Ashley, and then like just like Emma and Sean, who I think season 1 and 2, like I just became like obsessed with them. So like that was a big thing drawing me into it too. And like I was a loser. So I was like just like living vicariously through these characters, like, and their drama, and like just like a nut. Like, and then I just like literally became obsessed. Like I'm probably gonna make like some of my friends listen to this just because they're gonna be like, this is really funny, because like just around season 3 and then on, I just really like attached to it. And I think similar to you guys, and we talked about this a little bit before we started recording, like kind of fell off around like season 7, like when the originals and stuff all started leaving, but like still kind of peaked in, like, you know, was obviously like flabbergasted and disappointed when Emma married Spinner, like,
which is like, crazy.
Like a piece of me, I was like, wait, what? I like had I think I like saw on the Degrassi wiki like being like, so whatever happened to these characters? And then I like read that and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I remember somebody telling me about it who still watched it, and I was like, what? No, I don't believe you. What? No, I've never seen the episode or movie or whatever when they get married, and I think
I watched it like when I heard about it, I was like, I need to see this to believe it. Like,
I just don't even know how it happens. How it could happen.
I don't know.
I want to spoil it for you when you get to that episode.
Don't spoil it.
I'm ready for the episode to like just see what the fuck happened. But what's most surprising to me, I think, is that like in that Throwback Thursday Next Class episode, you find out that they're still together.
Yeah, you would think they would try to what's that word I'm looking for, like retroact or kind of just
retcon,
like make a throwaway line because they knew how disappointed like so many people, or you would think they'd like kind of almost just make a joke, like be like, oh yeah, we got divorced, like I'm with Sean now, like just to like make everyone
happy.
Like give the people what they want.
Exactly. Like do the Degrassi producers not have Twitter? Like that's what I want to know.
I want them to make like a 2017 Degrassi mini and be like, just kidding, Sean comes back from the army and sweeps her off her feet, or a TV movie or something.
Ooh, I would watch the fuck out of that.
For all the next gen watchers, and it's like, Emma is married to Spinner, but things aren't going so well. But then a mysterious, like, army man from her past comes back and sweeps her off her feet. What is a girl to do? Like, that's perfect TV movie material. Like I want it to happen.
A Degrassi wiki description of an episode.
Holland is very good at writing copy for this sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm in the middle of writing your fan fiction right now.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. And I owe you still for, you know, what we talked about.
I totally
I'll even say it on the air, okay? I like also wrote like a fan fiction. I think it was about like Manny and Craig, like on like fanfiction.net. I'm gonna try and find it and give it to you guys to read, like, you know, a little section at some point, because it's so funny, and it just like proves 1, how obsessed I was, 2, what a loser I was, 3, that I like really did like I did, like, I'm in advertising now, but I did study like TV and film in college and stuff, so like I really was like really into it and like the writing and stuff. But like, yeah, no, I like, it's so funny. I think I like found it a few months ago, like around the time I started listening to this podcast, because I was like, oh my God, is that like existent somewhere in like the internet, like the scary internet? And I like did find it, I think, but like I'll have to re-find it and send it to you guys, because it's horribly embarrassing, but I think I can laugh at myself now.
I'm so excited to read it.
It's gonna be so, I'm thrilled.
Talking, like it's like funnier because you just be like, where'd this come from?
Oh my gosh. So wait, were you an active user of the N.com back in like middle school times?
I was like a lurker. I wasn't really a poster. I didn't like get in conversations or like weird comment section fights like with people.
Yeah.
It's never been my thing. Still to this day, I'm always like a lurker on these like boards and stuff. Like, 'cause, you know, I'm still like TV obsessed. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I definitely like had an avatar. I like read the message boards. But you know what my thing was? And I don't know if like, so this is really funny. There were like other message boards I think I found where like, I like knew, I like would read spoilers because it usually aired in Canada.
There was a spoiler message board. I totally remember that one.
I remember that.
Yeah. Like I would like I would like download episodes before they like aired on the end. Like I was crazy. Like I probably got like cease and desist letters from like LimeWire because of Degrassi. Like I don't know.
Probably.
It's amazing.
But yeah, so like I like kind of knew, and like